What's good? What's good, everybody? Make sure to like and subscribe. First of all, welcome back to another episode of The Urban Platform Speaks. And also make sure to like and subscribe as you come into the channel and check out the content. In this episode, I want to speak about the greatest NBA duos of all time, right? And so here here are some of the duos that some people think are the greatest duos of all time. Now, I don't know if like this list is not like in any particular orders, like which duos were the greatest. I don't think, at least not in my opinion. But let's talk about it though. Now Kobe and Shaq, I thought that was a great duo, right? Kobe and Shaq. They were like, and in my opinion, I think this Kobe and Shaq duo, if they was able to stay together, I think Kobe and Shaq probably could have been better than Mike and Scotty. Like this is the only duo on this list that I think had they been able to, Kobe and Shaq been able to like coexist and get along, I think they would have surpassed Mike and Scotty for being the best duo. They did three-peat one time, and so that was big. But I think because Mike and Scotty three-peated twice, I would put Mike and Scotty ahead of them. But they are, in my opinion, that was the only duo that had a chance to really outdo Mike and Scotty. And so at the number 2 position, you do have Mike and Scotty, which I think that was the greatest duo so far, like in NBA history, the greatest duo that I had an opportunity to witness. Mike and Scotty, like what I mean, they complemented each other so much when it came to on the court. Far as like Scotty really helped Mike out a lot. He freed Mike up where so Mike didn't have to take tough defensive assignments. Although Mike was very good on defense, but Scotty still, he took those tough defensive assignments and he excelled at it. And Mike, his game he was a killer on offense. So that was a great duo. I thought, and in my opinion, that was the greatest duo, Mike and Scotty. Then you got Magic and Kareem, which I think Magic and Kareem was a very good duo. Because then you had that inside out with Kareem. You can get it down in a low post. Like Magic was good at running and operating in the open court, but then when they had to slow the ball down and operate in the half court, that Magic and Kareem duo was tough to beat. The Lakers was hard to beat because they were so versatile. They could run, and then they had a strong half court game, right? And so that duo was really, really fun to watch. Then you got LeBron James and Dwayne Wade, which I thought that when they was winning their championships in Miami, I thought that was a really, really strong duo. I really enjoyed watching them because Dwayne Wade was just like, he was a gritty ball player and he knew how to win. Dwayne Wade really knew how to win. And in my opinion, Dwayne Wade taught LeBron, he really made LeBron into the winner that he is. He really, but I like that duo. I really like to watch them play. They was exciting to watch. Now after that, you got Tim Duncan and Tony Parker, right? And they also had the inside out game. Like in the half court, Tim Duncan was a beast. On the low post, he just was like, they call him the big fundamental. And like fundamentally, Tim Duncan was very sound. Or at both ends, he played great low post defense. And then he had he was excellent low post on the offensive end. He always used that glass. And he could pass, you know what I mean? Like if you double team Tim Duncan down there, Tim Duncan would just, he could pass out of the double team and hurt you that way. So that was a really a tough duo too, Tim Duncan and Tony Parker. Now, I don't know if they was the greatest, like with Tim Duncan and Tony Parker, with them being on, I like Tim Duncan, but Tony Parker is, I don't think I think Larry Bird should be on here. Larry Bird and Kevin McHale, I think they're missing. And I think Isaiah Thompson and Joe Dumars is missing too, right? And then you got number 6 in the 6th spot, you have Klay Thompson and Steph Curry. I think this duo right here too they did a lot of damage, man. They was, because if you double either one of these guys, then the other guy definitely was going to get off. So they made it hard for you to stop them on offense. Like if you double Steph, Klay was going to kill you. Klay is an excellent shooter. Or if you double Klay, then Steph, he is like one of the greatest shooters in history. So he was going to hurt you. So I think that, I can agree that they was one of the toughest duos, one of the greatest duos in history. But like I said before, a couple seconds ago, I also think that a couple duos are missing. I think that Isaiah Thomas, Joe Dumars are missing. And because Joe Dumars was an excellent complement to Isaiah Thomas' game. Like he kept teams honest. If you tried to double team Isaiah, Joe was going to hurt you. Joe was definitely going to hurt you. They had a lot of balance on those teams, right? Like Joe was good in the half court, and he was good in the open court. Joe Dumars just was a tough dude. Isaiah was good in the half court, also very good in the open court. So I think that duo, Joe Dumars and Isaiah Thomas, they should have been on there. Larry Bird and Kevin McHale definitely should have been on there. They will hurt you in the half court, and they weren't as like flashy as the Lakers, as far as like their show, like when they ran their fast break. But Larry Bird, like his passes, like if you ran the lanes and Larry was coming down the court, he'd definitely, find an open man and hit you for an easy basket. But Larry Bird and Kevin McHale was more so, their game was like that half court game. And that they really could hurt you, because Kevin McHale in the low post, most of the time he demanded a double team. So if you double team him, kick it back out to Larry gonna hit the wide open jumper. If you double team, if you don't double team him and then you got Kevin operating down there, you hurt. So it was like pick your poison with the Celtics, because Larry Bird, you really couldn't double team him out there because he was going to hit the open man. So most of the time, you just was at Larry Bird's mercy. Nobody in their right mind is just going to double team him, because and make him pass the ball out of the double team to the open man. That just ain't make sense. But yeah, those two duos I thought were missing off of this list. I thought those two duos should have been on there. But the Sixers had some great teams. They had Dr. J and who was on? Andrew Toney. Dr. J, Andrew Toney. I thought that was a great duo. Or Dr. J and Moses Malone. That you could have used those two in there too. But so that's my take. I like these duos, but I do think that a couple duos were left off. And that's my take on it. Make sure to like and subscribe. Don't forget to leave a comment. And with that being said, I'll check you all out in the next video. Peace.